Hello everyone, this is Ep20 and welcome to episode 20 of Ep20's OmniFactory series. I just need a mod pack with the word 20 in it so I can say 20 that many more times in episode 20 intro. Hey, guess what? Last episode we did a whole bunch of cool stuff, and between episodes I did a couple of little things. So last episode we hooked up ethanol production, right? So that's what we got going over here. So we've got a bunch of dire wire and a horrible mess of a basement, which I will clean up. But we've got biomass, right? So like, you know, I can boop that and do that, and then that becomes ethanol eventually, right? So basically just feed this thing sugarcane equals ethanol with full automation minus the feeding it sugarcane, which should be relatively easy to do. All we're going to really want to do is move this guy right to there. And then we should be able to get our item conduits and like really get ethanol cooking super good, right? So we're going to want item ducts or item conduits. And for that we need pulsating iron wire, right? Do we have any of that yet? Pulsating iron ingots? We do. I guess there's other things you can do, but let's go ahead and just do that many. It should be cool, right? Conduit binder I should be able to make more of now. And you can see I went mining between episodes, hence all the extra ores that I have. So lots of mining between episodes, lots of scanning. I scanned for certain types, tantalite, pyrolusite. I couldn't really find what I was looking for. But there's some ores that I'm struggling to find a little bit of, but luckily you can buy them with Omnicoins, and we have a lot of those. So I got that going for me, which is nice, right? So let's hook you dudes up. And actually, do you have an assembler machine recipe? Oh, you do. 3 and 6. Well, you don't say. You don't say. I will take that. I will take that all the way to the bank and cash it. Does that sound cool? Boop, boop. Oh, nope, not fluid extractor. This one, assembler. I knew it was one of the two that had the thingy on it, but so how cool is that? Lots of item conduits. Lots more item conduits, actually. Always check for an assembler recipe. It's easy to miss, but it's totally worth. So what I could do actually is replace these item conduits, right? And we can make it so that you insert and extract on green. You know, how about you insert on green, extract on brown, and then you insert on brown, and up is extract on green, right? So green out, green in, brown out, brown in, and then you should be pretty much kept in stock with sugarcane. So eventually, this thing will just fill up with ethanol 100% all by itself. Down here might wind up being where some of my automation for fluiding and other things start happening. I feel like that's probably a good idea. I should get my hammer out, give myself a little bit more headroom. I did lots of mining between episodes for sure. You guys all done? Nice. I love how much conduit binding you get. It seems like it's a complicated recipe. I mean, not that it's that complicated, but it just seems like, hey, there's a lot of stuff involved here. There's not. It's fine. I should really make an elevator is what I should be doing. I should be clearing out some of the ceiling here. There's effectively just a lot that we're going to want to do. Elevators sound like a nice idea. Would I be able to get those? So I need some wool, which I have shears. Are lassos a thing? They kind of are. They kind of are. Now I might need to do this. Yeah, typically in the past, I've had to do this in a normal crafting table because they take experience, right? But grabbing a few sheep might not be a terrible idea for us. Is it, let's make it daytime. Just having a little bit more wool and maybe even automating sheep shearing, but we'll, you know, I have a lot of pigs over there. I don't know how that's happening, but it is. And I think we've got a handful of sheep. Yep, see, like, there's a sheep. Here's a sheep. Cool. I'm going to throw that where my pigs are. How's that sound for, like, a really cool idea? Boop, boop. And while you're here, guys... Come here, you. Thank you. And we'll grab a couple more sheep, too, while we're at it. Probably should grab some cows, too. Though I learned between episodes, because I needed some leather, boop, that I totally have the ability to convert zombie flesh into leather. Because between episodes, I made this satchel. How cool is that? So, because I went mining, and I'm like, you know what? My inventory fills up pretty quickly when I mine. So it would be nice if I had a way to handle that, right? And carrying a bag with me seemed like the easiest way. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of wool while I'm out here, but I'll dump these guys, and then we'll be good to go. Doot, doot, doot. I should do something about this. But there you go. Now we've got both some lassos, enough to make some elevators. Hopefully. Whoops. This one. And that one. And that should make my life a whole heck of a lot easier. How about here? Does that sound like a nice place for an elevator? Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking elevator time. So obviously, giant mess down here. Need to clean that up. What I should do, you know what I could do to make this a little bit easier to clean? Destruction gadget? Is that available to me? We just need diamond and pulsating dust, right? Let's go with 8 of them. How's that sound? And this dude. That'll give me another ender pearl so that I can destruction gadget my way into clearing out a little bit more space down there. Because terracotta, I don't think it's something that we really need to get a lot of. Bum, 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 bum. Good times, right? So then in here, we can charge this dude. I should get a flux capacitor. That's really what I should be making at some point. It doesn't seem hard to make either. Like, I could probably have a decent one in about a second. So why don't we do that while my other thing's charging? I don't know why I took the elevator. What I need to do is remove the elevator. Flux capacitor. Boop. Nice. Boop. Just another NVAR, which is nickel, which I got more of between episodes. You know what? I'm going to do that. And that. I would like a lot of NVAR, please. You guys can be done for now. I'm going to say that we have enough ender pearls for the time being. Cool. But quickly get me 1 nickel. Nickel's going to be needed for hardened doohickeys. So hardened upgrade kits, like a lot of nickel. Electrical steel too, but a lot of nickel. Or not a lot of nickel, a lot of NVAR. So that's why I'm doing this. Cool. And then for you, we just need some kind of thing. Electrum, cool. Silver, yeah, let's go with a stack of Electrum. That would also be nice. I'll put you guys in here, and maybe you'll be lucky enough to extract in the proper order. Just give me 1 bit of Electrum there. And that should be a decent enough flux capacitor for our needs. And I could have made the wired charger, by the way, and I didn't. And by the way, kind of a bug, kind of not really a bug, kind of a bug though. Flux capacitors can totally sit in these CEFs and supply power, right? So like, whereas you can hold 80,000 EU each, these can hold 90 million RF each. It's a bug slash feature. I specifically talked to the modpack author about it, and he's like, yeah, well, He tried to get it fixed and he couldn't get it fixed, so he's like, well, whatever, it's fine. So if you guys want like a stupid amount of power reserves inside your CEF, you have an option. Just saying. Right? So actually, yeah, you could I'm not going to let you go too crazy. That's a lot of RF, actually, that it stores. 90 million. I feel like that's upgraded. Does that feel upgraded to anybody else? It feels a little upgraded. Feels a little bit upgraded from normal. Alright, so I want the buffer to refill up there, and I think that's cool. Also, I made a lot of stainless steel between episodes, so that's fun. I'm going to get like 16 more. I think 16 at a time is probably not going to kill my power reserves. Alright, so for today's episode now, right, we got polyethylene. Alright, we get a lot of that per sulfur. Like, you need a lot of oxygen, though. So I might need to... There's a few things we're going to have to, like, automate a whole production line of this stuff. But then also between episodes, I worked on a little bit. Let's see. Did I get that blank plate thingy? So if I want polyethylene ingots, which is... I need sheets, right? And that's what we need for patterns? Yes. Polyethylene sheet for patterns, right? So that we need a mold for plates in a fluid solidifier. We could also do it with other things, but that's where we want to be right now at our current tech level. So mold for plate, right? So that's going to be a hammer directly above an empty plate shape, and that's going to be a hammer and a file. I thought I got... You know what? I made the steel. I didn't make the steel plates yet, so that's on my to-dos. And I've just been voiding all the fluids out of here because lots of things, a lot of the time oxygen, which to be fair I need, but again, you get it from water. So we need it, right? But, so I know it was hammer. What was the other thing? File? Yeah. Mold for making plates. Perfect. So then what we're going to want to do is take this dude. Thank you. Because this is my polyethylene, and we're going to put it in our fluid solidifier, boop, and you will push down. And that should fill that guy up with polyethylene. We put that in there, and ta-da! Polyethylene sheets. How great is that? Now we're suffering for power just a little bit because I am a little bit of a derp, and I should probably hit this dude with a hammer. Work paused, which means now you're getting enough power. Nice. So that's a lot of polyethylene sheets. And I didn't make any more sulfuric acid between episodes. So what I have, like 2 or 3 buckets of sulfuric acid and ethanol each, and that got us a significant amount of polyethylene sheets. Like a really significant amount. That's like enough for like 20-some, almost 20-some. That's pretty awesome, right? So here's the deal. We have polyethylene sheets. Does that mean like we're ready to make patterns? Because I feel like we are. Yeah, we are. That's what's up. 24 patterns. Dudes, we did it. We did the thing. Now we need a pattern terminal. Auto crafting patterns. That was a quest, apparently. Where were you, quest? Oh, cool. Haha! Polyethylene sheets read right up to auto crafting patterns. Beautiful. So now we can make our pattern terminal, right? So we're going to add that guy up here because I don't know how complex this is to make. That's right. Quartz. Flux quartz, right? So the Flux plates are Flux crystals or pure Flux crystals? Cool. Boop, boop, boop. And then we make this dude. And then we make this dude. So that needs a diamond printed circuit with a circuit and a silicon. Circuit, electronic circuit, diamond plate, and silicon plate. Right? The silicon plate this, or do I have to smelt it first? That's not so bad, right? And we've got 24 patterns, dudes. How exciting is that? I'll tell you how exciting it is. I've been working for this for a while now, and we finally got it. Right? How cool is that? So let's do this bit. Let's get you ready to roll. Let's cook you guys into there, and then that, and that. How lovely. All right, then back upstairs, pop that dude into here, get ourselves a cable. And are the facades the AE ones? Yeah, so let's get cable anchors. So that is a steel bolt. Okay. And a steel bolt we can make with the extruder, but I don't have the bolt shape yet. Maybe I should get one, because that ain't so bad. Hammer and file. Hammer and file. Bolt shape. So we just need those scissors here. I don't think we had bolt shape already, right? No, we had large pipe, and we had that, right? So now I can do steel. Just get 2 of them, because I feel like we might need more in the future anyway. Well, that ain't so bad. Not bad at all. And then cable anchors were what? Just straight up that? Okay, cool. So that, and then we can put them around there. With this... Look, guys, Dyer is trying. All right, then we put our cable. We put our pattern terminal. We put our doop, doop, doop. And how great is that? Nice. Now, I thought I made an interface terminal, but maybe I haven't yet. Maybe not. Probably not. Interface terminal requires an interface and another one of those engineering coprocessors. I probably should at some point. But hey, that's a quest complete. Nice. Yeah, I didn't make the interface terminal yet. Why don't I do that real quick too? Because we know we're going to want one of those, right? So interface terminal is going to go on my to-do list. So we're going to want more Flux. So remind me, this is the normal recipe, right? Yeah. Charged Certus quartz, nether quartz, and redstone. Charged Certus quartz, nether quartz, and redstone. And I'm pretty sure I can make that downstairs. And this dude, can't we? Isn't that a thing? Totally is. Sweet. And if I wanted to, like, crush and use sand, that would probably be somewhat smart. Yeah, let's do that. Let's double it. You know what? I'm just going to do that one. We'll do half of them, right? And then half a stack of sand. And while that's cooking, let's at least get a few of these going so that I can start this process. And they should grow pretty quickly, but I don't have accelerators in here yet. But once I do, they'll grow even faster. And then we can hammer them up and get ready for the interface terminal. In addition, we're going to want you, and you, right? So you get compressing, you get smelting, you get compressing. Right, and then you and silicon. And granted, I should be making more of this at once, so I'm doing kind of a bad job here. You done yet? You are. Nice. But also, I can say meh to that, because we're getting into automation. We're getting to the point where automation is going to be doable. And that means more and more is going to work out well for us. Meaning, we are in really good shape. So you go that way. Cool. Interface terminal needs this dude. Interface terminal needs those dudes. Get you out. And remember, there's no channels in this pack, right? No channels, so we don't have to worry about that nonsense, which is probably good considering the amount of machines we're going to need to deal with. All right, guys, so for this one, I'm going to get an end of war going, because I'm probably going to want to rearrange what's going on downstairs a little bit for the plastic production. But we've also got, from Applied Energistics now, we've got a crafting unit, we've got the molecular assembler. I probably want to get a 4K crafting unit, right? So for that, we're going to need the 4K ME storage component. So we're going to need 3 of these bad boys, which means red alloy plates in a relatively large quantity. Not too bad, but enough, right? And I'll throw a little bit in there too to help spread the load. And remember, we had an old basic electrolyzer. Remember I took that away because we got the advanced electrolyzer? Hey, that makes water into oxygen, which we need a lot of. Yay. So, there are upgrades that are coming throughout the pack, right? Like, we've already got some basic things that we got rid of, right? There's some that we have 2 things of, right? Like, I have the basic compressor and I have the advanced compressor, right? It might not be a bad idea to keep both of those around, right? So, that's what I'm thinking we want to do. We'll see. So, for now, let's just get the 3 of these that we need to turn into one of these bad boys, so that we can combine this with this and be groovy. Cool. So let's claim that reward on the interface, dude. I didn't get into the fluid stuff yet. 4K item storage. Did you not, like, appreciate what I just did for you, buddy? How about an empty 4K? None of these guys are empty? Oh. Can I get you out of there? I can. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for letting me have that one. And then there's obviously 16 and 64s, right? And a few of these quests I've actually already done, but didn't get credit for. So like the double capacitor and the advanced capacitor bank, either I didn't have the prereqs at some point, or something, I don't know what. HV machine hulls are coming up next, and HV power storage. I'm excited about that. But the good news is, let's get our cables. Do we have any more of these cables? So you're just that, right? What about conduits? Right, so like we can make these relatively easily with wool-covered conduits. So speaking of wool, good thing I set up a little sheep farm outside. I should get even more sheep at this point. You guys are going to be a nuisance, aren't you? Remember my grapple hook that I haven't used at all in a while? That's right, I still have it. I should do something just about the stuff that's covering my door so I can get in and out of here easier. That's all. But yeah, I totally still have the grappling hook. I made it like episodes ago, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever, and then I haven't touched it since. What's neat is you can actually like mine while you're grappled to stuff. Isn't that cool? Nice. And then space to... Nah, that's cool, dudes. That is extra cool. Alright, back inside. What I'm going to make is a couple more cables. So we're going to put you away. So you guys are just Flux dust with quartz fiber, right? So Flux dust with quartz fiber, which is just pure nether quartz crystal and a wire. No. Alright, nether... So we've got that. I'm going to throw you in there, because we're getting to the point where we're going to want a lot of this, right? Right? So you're going to go in there, and watch what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm going to pop that guy in there. And then he's going to kind of fully automate that whole thing, which is neat. I also made some more of that so I can make more End of Wars as needed, because End of Wars are going to be way better than what we got going on. How am I for wool otherwise? Not terrible. So you guys should be making... Ah, you did that. All right, well, that's fair enough. And then I'm going to assembler you, because remember, assemblers are usually better. Right? Assembler with rubber. Oh, it's not wool, it's rubber. My bad. Dire derps. Rubber. Let's get some more of you guys so we can be ready with rubber. All the dire derps for days. Alright. So I didn't math out exactly how I want this to work, but hopefully it comes out okay for me. Don't tell me it's one rubber per. Yeah, it's going to be stinky, ain't it? Well, let's do the thing that we need to do. You know what it's going to come down to? Basically a whole lot. Okay, back in a minute once all this processing is done. How's that sound? All right, so let's put away all this junk. Boom, boom. That's what's up. Lots and lots of ME conduits, which is what I'm going to want to use down here because it means I can intersperse it along with my energy and all that stuff, right? So it's going to be like way better at like all the things better in all the ways. Sweet. All right, so let's figure out how we're going to do this, right? So let's try... What do I want to do first, right? Should we... We did get our destruction gadget, right? So you're going to basically... Let's get an 8x8, but a depth of 1. So that you can do something like that. Is that going to break a whole lot of things? Probably not. Maybe a little bit too much. Let's bump it down. Does that seem cool? That seems pretty good for now, right? Let's undo that and go one closer. Yeah, that's where I'm going to want to clip it at. Nice. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, a little bit. That's easily fixed. You ready? Ta-da! And if we really wanted to care, we could even do, you know, this and fill that bit back in. Cool. I like it. All right, so a little bit more space to work with down here, right? And we could even clear this out if we wanted to, because there's no reason to keep that anymore, right? And I think our lighting is fine because, yeah, we should be good on lighting. All right, so let's have some stuff running here. What I'd like to see is a rearranging of all this stuff, right? Everything's a mess right now. Let's be totally honest with ourselves about the situation that we find ourselves in. Literally everything is a mess right now. So what we could do is basically drop... I don't think it super matters where this is. So you're what's keeping things power stored, right? So let's make sure that this goes wherever we want to have our capacitor, right? So how do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? Not too shabby. Yeah, definitely need to rearrange this mess that I call a basement. But what we could probably do, we should probably have more of this wiring to be fair, but it's all good, right? So you're going to input on the back and output on that face, and you're going to do nothing, buddy, right? And then you can be the energy acceptor for the A network. Cool. Now I'm okay with we using a few of these dudes, right? I just want to put this away. That's fine. Cool. So I'm totally cool with that. And that's not terrible, right? Let's get you out. Right, so what I'll probably wind up doing is something like this. That's pretty nice. Okay, cool. I should probably clean this bit up as well. Like, everything needs to be cleaned wire-wise. And some of this we'll just do off-camera at some point, right? Like, maybe I can move this guy here, right? And his configuration can be such that he's input here and just output everywhere else. Even beneath if we need to. Cool. So that you can connect right there, and that would probably free up a rather healthy... And I should probably be using the energetic stuff at this point, but meh, we'll get there. See, look, I'm making an effort on dire wire, guys. I really am. I'm trying to make it a little less awful. Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. For now, that'll sit well, and if we need to change that up, we can. Okay, we might rearrange that even further. What I'll probably want to do is rearrange this whole setup. I'm just not in a position to do that just yet. Okay, and let's bring this guy over to here. Okay, and what I'll probably wind up having is my crafting storage here, and this will kind of be my crafting area. I feel like that's a smart move. So a lot of auto crafting can happen over here, right? So this will probably be where I wind up having one of those giant molecular assembler towers. But remember, because we don't have to worry about channels, we don't have to build it perfectly right. Cool? So that makes life even easier for us. Put away some junk that we don't need for a minute, like you and you guys. Are you offline? Did I not reconnect you yet? Bad direwolf. Now you're going to be able to run with a handful of things. Let's see. Do I want you to be like right here? Probably not. But I'm going to reconnect you for the time being in a dire wiry kind of way, just to get everything back online. And then probably between episodes, I'll do even further cleanup. I think would be smart. Right, so you patterns can chill in there because we have patterns now. Very excited about that. Did you guys notice how excited I was about patterns? Hopefully. So realistically, let's put our I had to use my interface, didn't I? Yeah, we're going to need more interfaces, right? So that's not going to do much because I had to use my interface to make my interface terminal. We'll get there. Right? Organization. That mod's not in the pack, is it? Or I can shift right click to pick this up. One could hope. I'm sure I've tried that before and it didn't work. Cool. All right. So now we've got a little bit of cleanliness happening. Are you not tile entities? I would imagine you are. Yeah, you are. So I wonder how I accidentally broke 4x cabling there. How did I do that? How did I make a giant mess like that? Still with dire wiry. Not even going to pretend it's not, right? But we'll get it cleaned up a little bit more in a bit. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I think it's wrapping up point for the episode. So I'm going to do more cleanup between episodes. I'm going to make some interfaces so that we can store our patterns and have molecular assemblers start going. Next episode, we'll come back to create those molecular assemblers, pattern recipes, and I'd like to fully automate this production line. That's kind of where I'd like to get to next. So that shouldn't be too bad because we can automate water turning into oxygen. We can automate oxygen combining with polyethylene, right? Because you need oxygen, ethylene, which comes from sulfur, right? So we can put a chemical reactor. We have an advanced chemical reactor. We have a basic chemical reactor. So we can automate a lot of this. We can. We really can. To the point where we have like plastic being produced en masse, right? And that might be one of the first things that we do for a lot of plastic production, right? But for now, it's unfortunately wrapping up point. So, Dowell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We have patterns, and that's what's up. And next episode, we'll come back, and we'll have even more cool stuff. And we can start auto-crafting. We can start keeping things in stock. We can start with all the automation that's going to make this pack super awesome. So I am extremely excited about that. Are you disabled at the moment? All right, you go back up and run in because I want that stainless steel dust. And I will probably want some more aluminum too. And I think I probably have a bunch of aluminum dust. Yeah, I do. Cool. All right, guys, take it easy.